All right, today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to take apart a single, authentic audio diary entry, a really raw moment of gratitude to see what makes it tick, to understand its power and its structure.
So let's start with this question. What does a moment of gratitude actually sound like when someone says it out loud? I'm not talking about a performance, but a real, personal practice. The audio we're looking at today gives us this incredible glimpse into exactly that. Here it is, the first line. So simple, but wow, so profound. The gratitude doesn't kick off with stuff or accomplishments, but with the most basic thing there is. A new day is here. And that really sets the stage for everything that comes next.
Okay, so this brings us to our first section, a new day's greeting. This is all about how this whole practice is really built on a foundation of just being present.
And check this out. Notice how the focus immediately zooms in. It goes from the big picture, the day, all the way down to the tiny details, every single second. This isn't just being happy that it's, Tuesday. It's this radical appreciation for time itself, the very fabric of our lives.
So, the key takeaway here is that the practice starts before you even list a single thing. You have it. It begins by just acknowledging the simple, powerful fact that you are here, you're present in this new day. It's like an anchor in existence itself.
Now, from that foundation of just being here, the gratitude starts to expand outward. And that brings us to our second section, gratitude for others, the pillars of connection.
So the first specific thing mentioned is another person, Polina. But look at the depth here. It's not just a casual, hey, I'm grateful for her. No, it's this detailed, holistic well-wishing that covers all these different parts of her life and her well-being.
Yeah, this really breaks it down clearly. The gratitude is spelled out across these categories: health, and then physical, mental, and financial opportunities. It just shows this deep consideration for the person's whole existence, their potential, their freedom to act.
And here we see the pattern again for another person, Dima. The categories are a little different, moral opportunities gets added in, but that structure of detailed, multifaceted appreciation is still there. This is not a checklist, it's a really thoughtful meditation on what lets someone truly thrive.
Okay, so after focusing outward on other people, the lens of gratitude completely pivots. This brings us to a really critical part of the practice in Section 3, gratitude for self.
And there it is. That same detailed structure is now being applied to the self, acknowledging one's own health and the opportunities that life puts in front of you. This creates this really powerful sense of balance.
You see, this reveals that real gratitude isn't just about looking out at the world. It's also a mirror. It means you have to turn that same level of detailed appreciation back on yourself, acknowledging your own health, your own path, and your own potential.
All right, so what's the next layer? Well, from people, we shift to the immediate sensory world around us. This is our fourth section, the beauty of now.
This line is almost like a poem. After getting into the complexities of other people and yourself, the gratitude comes back to the simplest, most immediate things. It's all about grounding yourself in the physical reality of right now, through your senses.
It's not just spring, but this beauty of spring. Not just air in general, but this air that you're breathing. And this blue sky, right now. This little sequence just highlights how you can find profound gratitude by just paying attention to the ordinary world that's right there in front of you.
And from this really grounded present moment, the focus makes one last shift to the future. This is our final section, a hope for tomorrow.
And here, after this huge, wide-ranging expression of thanks for everything, the focus just narrows down to a single, incredibly powerful request. The gratitude for what is just beautifully transforms into a hope, a prayer, really, for what matters most, the well-being of the people you love.
And that makes you think, doesn't it? If you were to do this, after giving thanks for everything in your life, what would your single, focused hope for the future be? What's the one thing that truly, truly matters most to you?
The entire entry concludes with just these three powerful words. And in their original language, they just have this weight to them, this finality. It's like a personal mantra.
So what do they mean? They translate to thoughts, positivity, life. After this whole journey, from the day to people to yourself to nature and finally to prayer, it all gets distilled down to these three pillars. It's the ultimate summary of this whole mindset.
And that leaves us with a final thought to carry with us. Beyond this analysis,
How could actively focusing on these three simple yet profound concepts, your thoughts, your commitment to positivity, and your appreciation for life itself, how could that shape the rest of your day starting right now?